Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and today I am bringing to you my top 10 makeup products under $10. If you're new to my channel, a very special welcome to you. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos whenever I upload Tuesday through Friday. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd love it if you would consider sharing this video with your friends. I love meeting new people here on the interweb. And without further ado, let's get into the products. The first product is a primer, and I have spoken on this one before, but I think it bears repeating as some of us, at least those of us in the US, are moving into warmer weather. And that is the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. This retails for $8. It is just a, there we go, a clear liquid primer. And what this does is it sinks into your skin and it does control your oils all day long. It's magic. I'm not kidding. This is my second bottle of this product. I will definitely be making use of it during this warmer weather that's coming our way here in northern Colorado. Because I do have oily skin. And the thing I love about this product, as I mentioned in my top 5 primer video, boom, this is not yet another layer of product that I'm putting on my skin. This absorbs into my skin, even into my skincare and my sunscreen, and it just is gone. But it does control the oils, and I just love this. I don't recommend spraying this directly on your face. As you might have seen, it's a very direct mist and somewhat inconsistent. What I do is just spray about 3 pumps into the palm of my hands, rub my hands together, and just press that into my skin, and I'm good to go. And I love this stuff. I highly recommend it if you have combo oily skin, or if you just need your makeup to last all day, that too. For a concealer under $10, the one that I wanted to share with you today is the Revlon PhotoReady Candid Concealer. This is beautiful. I don't know what magic is in this tiny tube, but it's just really a beautiful formula. You can see here, it's kind of like a scoop shaped doe foot, and for whatever reason, I really like the way that tucks here in the caverns of my under eyes here, or the eye socket. And this, it says antioxidant concealer. I would have to agree with that. I do feel like it's a little bit protective of that delicate under eye skin. You can definitely achieve full coverage if you want to and you use enough of this product, but it's also really easy to blend up to more of a light medium coverage, which is where my preference lies. And for reference, I have this in the shade 027 Biscuit, but it does feel like a nice thin barrier between my skin and whatever other makeup I might choose to put on top. And it is just beautiful. It does everything I ask it to and nothing I don't. Next, if you saw the title, you might have assumed that you're going to see some ColourPop in this video, and you definitely are. These are not new products from ColourPop, at least the next two aren't, and I do have multiple shades. So the first one is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Blush. I have 2 shades here. The first one is called Growth Flirt. This was, I believe, a limited edition shade that I picked up at one point, but it is a beautiful coral blush. That's a heavy swatch. It blends out beautifully. And then the other one is Between the Sheets. And this is obviously a favorite. If you saw that I have pan on here, although the pan disappears a little bit every time I rub my finger in there. Looks like this. It's the most beautiful, just a straight up rose shade, maybe a little bit of a dusty rose shade, but this is such a beautiful formula. If you aren't familiar with these are kind of like a putty consistency. If you press your finger into them, they would give way under your finger. And so these are like a cream product, and they apply beautifully like a cream product, but they do kind of settle in and set down to a powder finish, which means they stay in place all day. And that's another thing that I love about these blushes.
I always feel weird when I say blushes. Like, it should be blush. not blushes, because like cacti and cactuses, although both are correct technically.
Then also from the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek line are these two highlighters from ColourPop. These are absolutely gorgeous, both cult favorite shades. This one is Lunch Money. Oop, there we go. And it's a very soft, light golden shade. And oh, I can't even describe how beautiful these are, but they're just smooth and buttery. They go on like a cream highlight. In fact, I actually do like to apply these with a sponge occasionally, especially this one, which is flexitarian. I know some people have trouble working with this one, and it does have some micro shimmer in it. But I find when I apply it with the sponge, it holds on to that glitter and all I get on my cheeks is the sheen. But both of these are fabulous. I also like to use them as eyeshadow. If you want the most blinging inner corner highlight that you've ever seen, then these are also good candidates. And I just really like them. And then the last product from ColourPop that I have that is also $8 is the ColourPop Light Stix. This is their cream highlighter stick, and I have mine in the shade Earth. That was a terrible place to swatch, Kyra. Okay, here we go. So here it is right here. This shade recommendation comes from Jessica Braun, and hopefully you can see as I move my hand that this is like a pinky peachy champagne kind of had a baby, although it's mostly pink. And I love a pink highlighter. These are very forgiving. I like to apply these a myriad of ways. I'll use the sponge, take it directly off of the stick and apply it that way, or use a brush, or just take my little flangey in there and press it onto the skin. That way it works all the different ways. I really like this formula because it doesn't remain tacky or dewy or anything like that, and you get a crap ton of product in here for $8. So I highly recommend those. Honorable mention, I also like the blush from that line. They're called the Blush Stix. Actually, I'll grab it, hold on. So this is the blush sticks that I have, and this one is in the shade Aloha, and it's just kind of a nudie terracotta shade. Terracotta is probably the best description of this, and I love this too. Applies the same way, settles into the skin the same way, and they are long lasting. Last cheek product is the Flower Beauty Blush Balms. These run for $9.99, so just under the mark here. I have mine in the shade Pinched. It is what I have on my cheeks today, although I have a shimmery blush layered over the top. This is the base pigment. You get so much product in here, you'll never use it up, but here it is. And again, I like to call this shade more like an apricot shade. It's so beautiful. These are absolutely 100% like the Glossier Cloud Paints. My favorite way to apply these is with a stippling brush of any kind, but it also works well with a sponge or your fingers. Sometimes I'll apply it with a sponge and then take some of my finger and just, you know, add a little extra to the apples of the cheek to really pop. I love this color though, and I do believe it's very, very similar to the shade Dusk from Glossier in their Cloud Paint line. So I highly recommend those if you find a color that you like. They do dry down completely. There's no stickiness or tackiness whatsoever left behind, and I really appreciate that. I love cream products, but I have a comboed oily skin type. So if it stays dewy, if it stays tacky, there's not a chance in highlight heaven that it's gonna stay on my skin and not move around and not cause my other makeup to move around. So you can rest assured that the products that I'm recommending for cheeks today do set down, they don't budge, and they are beautiful cream products for us comboed oily girls. Moving along, I have some eyeshadows. So let's talk about a cream shadow first. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour wear something or other. This is in the shade Socialite. This is like a rose gold color. I really love this. There was a bronzy one that I had that I'll put the name and the picture up on the screen here for you that I absolutely loved. Look how beautiful and foiled that is. Like if you want to get out the door in a hurry but you want a little something something because you like wearing mascara, I'm that girl. I'll just take a little bit of this, start it in the center of my lid, and then just tap back and forth and fade it toward the outer parts of the eyelid. And it is gorgeous. And these Maybelline Color Tattoo cream shadows are coming in at just $6.99. So I think that's a really good deal. Next are the L'Oreal Infallible Single Shadows. These are $6.49. I have 2 shades here. I love that on the packaging, on the bottom of the little component, you can see the shades. So the first shade I have is called Liquid Diamond, and they come with this little, I call it a plug, but they come with this little thing that keeps the shadows pressed down and from drying out. Recommend you keep that. But this is what they look like. They're somewhere between a cream and a powder shadow. This is like a steely lavender color, if you will. And depending on what you're wearing, sometimes it looks more purple, sometimes it looks more gray, but the shine is for real. You would think that these were cream shadows, by the way. They just smooth on the eye, and they're just a great pop of color in addition to any eye look that you might want to create. And then the other shade I have is the infamous Amber Rush, and I can see why, because this is gorgeous. My daughter, as an aside, wore this color to her very first middle school dance before the whole pandemic. She looked through all of my eyeshadows and everything. She really just wanted to go with one color. Here it is. And this is the one that she picked, and I think she made a good choice because these are gorgeous. I know for sure Jessica Braun made me buy this one. She still talks about it. She still uses it on her channel, and for good reason. So those are the single shadows I would recommend from the drugstore. Did I say how much they were? $6.49. So even cheaper than the color tattoos. And last for eyeshadow, everybody and their grandma's cousin's dogs are talking about these little 4-pan palettes. You know what I'm gonna say, they're $3 and they are the bite size eyeshadows from e.l.f. The first one I picked up was Rosewater, and this is gorgeous. But here is Rosewater. This pink up here, I am absolutely obsessed with the shine on that. That would be another really good one shadow look. And so I purchased that one myself, and I absolutely love it. But even more special, my daughter, with her very own money, and now that she's able to walk to Target, which is less than a mile from our house, by herself, again, not right now during the pandemic, one day she went there to get herself a little Starbucks and look around with her money, and she brought this home to me, and it was so special to me. It still is, obviously. This is in the colorway Pumpkin Pie. These are terrible swatches, but the thing I wanted to show you, look at that bronze right there. And I love like an all bronze eye look, like I spoke about before. I had the color tattoo, then I got the Charlotte Tilbury. This shade right here is that beautiful shine there on the bottom. I mean, both of them are. And the mattes are just as nice, just not a colorway that I'm overly into using during the springtime, but I have used the brown and the bronze together for just a simple eye look. Love it. Last but not least, for $9 and $10, I picked some lip products. Again, I have multiple shades. So the first ones I want to talk about are the Milani Full On Nourishing Lip Plumpers. I love these. I've finished already completely 4 or 5 of these in different shades. This is Soft Rose, and this is a repurchase. This is the second one of this particular color that I have purchased, and it's getting low. And then the second shade is one of their newer shades. About a year ago, they put out a handful of new shades, and this one is called Rosewood. So there they are. I can smell that sweet mint scent. It's not a flavor. They don't taste like mint. It's not stingy like some lip plumpers are at all. It's just got that minty light tingle and a beautiful sweet minty scent to them. But these actually do feel like they nourish my lips, and that's why I love these, and that's why I go through them so much, because this is something that I like to actually have in my purse around my house. And as I feel like I want to reapply a colored lip product throughout the day, I will put one of these on. I never get to the end of the day with my lips feeling like, oh, I need some moisture. You know what I'm saying? Buxom full-on lip polish, I'm talking to you. But these are fantastic. These come in at $7.99. They do have, like, this one has a little bit of shimmer and some opacity to it. They have some that have shimmer to them that are more clear or sheer. And then they have ones like Soft Rose where it's more of a cream formula. There's no shimmer, it's just color. And then last but not least, something I've been raving on pretty recently and I love them. It's not the L'Oreal Color Shine, because you know I love those, but that horse has been beat to death. It is the Revlon Super Lustrous Glass Shine lipsticks. First of all, get a load of this drugstore packaging with the transparent at the bottom and then like a little bit of transparent at the top with the gold. And I also like that they have the shade names and the color on the bottom so that you can store them upside down and you can see right away what color you're getting. So I have two here, and honestly, I don't know if I could tell you which is my favorite. This is Nude Illuminator, and this is Glazed Mauve. Wow, my swatches look like garbage today. Anywho, this is Nude Illuminator and Glazed Mauve, and these are very, very similar to the L'Oreal Color Shine. It's a sheer, comfortable, nourishing formula. It almost feels like a tinted lip balm, but they do have a fair amount of color. You can build them up. Probably not to opacity, but pretty darn close. And I just love these. These are another thing that I keep around my house, in my pocket, in my purse, whatever, so that during the day, if I feel like I need a little extra nourishment to my lips, but I want to have a color on as well, this is what I reach for, along with the lip plumpers. They're very reasonable at $6.99, and I would like to have more shades of this. These are just beautiful. If you're out and about and you've been wearing lipstick and you had something to drink or eat and it's wearing away a little bit, you can apply this over top of your lip color based on, you know, like if you're wearing a warm or a cool lip, and it sort of just spreads everything out and makes everything look copacetic again. And that, my friends, is it. Holy crap, did I ramble about these 10 products. I hope you enjoyed this concept. Let me know if you want to see another 10. I could certainly oblige. Also, let me know if you'd like to see my top 5 under 5. I kind of thought about that as I was prepping this video, and I was like, I should have done my top 5 under 5 first, but let me know if you want to see that video. I hope you enjoyed. What are some of your favorite products under $10? I have to know. And with all that said, thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. I always appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you're staying safe and well. I hope you're being kind to others, and most of all, yourself. And I hope if you're wearing makeup right now, and I hope you are, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely glorious makeup days, and I will see you in my next video very soon.